Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you some examples from 3.6 that you should see in your homework as examples 9, 11, 13, and 15. So I'll do an example that's like those to help you model your work. I think I'm going to do about two. So first off, what it's asking us to do is to find all the zeros of the polynomial function. So I'll give you this example of f of x is equal to x to the fourth plus 5x cubed minus 7x squared minus 29x plus 30. Okay, so here, kind of like in the previous example, we're looking to solve, but we can't use the any factoring method to help us solve this. So what you could do is use the rational roots theorem and find factors of 30 divided by factors of 1. That might take a while because then you'd have to test them. So I would just suggest using something like Desmos in your homework or a graphing calculator and finding them graphically. So I'm going to graph in x to the fourth power plus 5x to the third power minus 7x squared minus 29x plus 30. And when I do this in Desmos, depending on what type of graphing calculator you're using, and in Desmos you can see the solutions. Now, the polynomial is of degree 4, so I should expect to find 4 solutions. And the x-intercepts are those. So -5, -3, 1, and 2, those are my solutions. So x equals -5, I think it was -3, 1, and 2. So these are 4 solutions of my polynomials of degree 4. So there you go. Those are your 4 solutions. Okay, so you should see 1 or 2 problems like that in your homework. And yeah, you can find them like that. As another example, so maybe we'll try something like let's try this one here. So in this problem here, we're being asked to find the same thing. So given a function h of x is equal to x to the fourth minus x cubed plus 7x squared minus 9x minus 18. Here, same thing, trying to solve it, can't factor it. So what I'm going to resort to do is use a graphing calculator. So I'll jump in here. So I had x raised to the fourth minus x raised to the third plus 7x squared minus 9x minus 18. So here I have 2 solutions I can see from the graph, and that's -1 and 2. So I know x is equal to -1 and 2. However, I should be looking to find 4. Now, because there's no other intercepts, I'm going to have to find those algebraically. So in order to start finding them algebraically, I'm going to reduce my polynomial by dividing by these numbers that I found here. So use -1, and my coefficients are 1, -1, -7, -9, and -18. Drop the 1. 1 times -1 is -1. Added together, -2, 2, -5, and then 5. I think I'm missing something here. So this is actually a good example, or I'm probably going to have to start over because -5 and -9 and 5 would give me -4, and then it could be 4, so I'm not getting a 0 when I should be getting a 0. So let me go back, make sure I'm covering everything. So -1 is my 0, make sure I have the problem written down correctly. Right there, that's my problem. So plus 7. Yep, that's what I had here. So it should be plus 7 there. Okay, so then let's try this again. 1, negative 1, positive 7, negative 9, negative 18. Drop the 1, negative 1. Added together is negative 2. I get 2. Get 9 there. And then I'll get negative 9. And then I'll get negative 18, positive 18, and 0. So that looks a lot better. That's what I should expect to get. And then I'm going to divide one more time using 2. So I'll drop the 1. 1 times 2 is 2. That gives me 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Added together, that's 9. That's 18, and I get 0. Now, because I divided twice, this polynomial here will be of the second degree, and these are the coefficients: x squared plus 0x, which I don't need to write, plus 9 right there. So now I'm going to use this polynomial here, and this is where my remaining two zeros are going to be. My remaining zeros are going to be in here. So I can solve this algebraically. So I'll do x squared plus 9, set that equal to 0. X squared is equal to negative 9, take the square root of both sides. And then x will be equal to plus or minus 3i, because the square root of 9 is 3 and the square root of negative 1 is I. Okay, so there you go. Here's two solutions, and my other two solutions were up here. Okay, so that should get you set up for the next for those problems in your homework.